Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of
Anime Podcasters. We are back. I am back in my hometown, and I have a brand new setup. We're actually recording this podcast right off my MacBook laptop. I got my Mbox hooked up. I'm recording on a brand new software, Amadeus Pro, which, Ben, this is a software I use to make electroacoustic music, and I'm podcasting with it. I mean, isn't that the most hipster thing in the world? What is happening right now?
It's not the most hipster thing in the world. I think that's like Starbucks coffee with names or something. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I think you have a good point there.
I don't. I'm just gonna ramble if you let me go. So.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
No. But it's good. As long as it works. The software works. The Mbox works. Everything works except for me. I'm unemployed again.
Oh, man. Ben, what are we talking about today? What's the topic today? What are we talking about on this episode of Anime Podcasters?
So, as you guys know, we often talk about anime stuff.
On Anime Podcasters.
Yes, of course.
Makes sense.
And in particular, Death Note, Dragon Ball, and Naruto.
Yes.
And we decided we'd be making a Naruto episode today.
Yes. This is the Rock Lee Eyebrow Appreciation Podcast.
Yes.
No, it's not. All right, enough losing you guys around. We're talking about the Dragon Ball Z Saiyan Saga, the very first Saiyan Saga in Dragon Ball Z. We're talking about that today. We're going to go through all the characters, the particular events, like the fights, the training, everything that happened, Snake Way. We're going to be also talking about some potential what if scenarios. What if they did this? What if they did that? And we're going to go through the whole series, breaking it down. We're going to analyze everything, and we're really going to nerd out here. I'm ready. Ben, I'm actually really excited for this. Are you?
Yes.
Alright, let's get started with this. Your first impressions on the Saiyan Saga. What was your very first impressions when you witnessed the first few episodes with Raditz coming in and everything? What was your first experience with the Saiyan Saga?
Actually, I read most of them and I barely watched them.
Okay, so
my first experience of actually watching the episodes is through Dragon Ball Abridged.
Right.
So, I mean, I get the animation, but not the actual dialogue.
Right.
But still, I have the gist of the story, and I can look up whatever little discrepancies there are. But no, I like the Saiyan Saga.
Oh, me too,
It was
man.
interesting. And they introduced new characters pretty well.
Oh, yeah. They go in really amazing. I really love when Raditz comes in, and then this is the first time on the planet, he's like looking for his brother. He's like, where's my brother at? What's going on here? And everything. And then he comes in contact with Piccolo. Piccolo blasts him, doesn't do anything, and then we're like, okay, something serious is going down here.
Yeah, well, that's where you're also introduced to the Scouters.
Right.
Which,
famous for breaking because they're over 9,000 power.
Yeah. It's actually 8,000. The real thing is 8,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain to me why that's the case, not 9,000.
Because I don't know. They just did it improperly in the episodes.
In the dub?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
The manga is 8,000, and I think the Japanese version is also 8,000.
I think they mentioned that in Death Battle, actually, now that I think about it.
Very likely. But, you're introduced to Scouters, but the thing is, the Earth Fighters, or the Z-Warriors...
Yeah.
They've gotten used to, like, detecting ki and stuff.
Right.
So, Raditz arrives, and you see him get out of his capsule, and what he does, he's... clicks his scouter on and goes, okay, what's the highest and closest power level?
Right, and that's old man. Remember the very first guy? It's the guy with a gun who had like a power level of 5. It was the farmer.
That's just next to the capsule. His capsule just happened to land in his field.
Right. You're right.
But then, he goes, okay, this guy's an insect.
Could you imagine just like going out about your day farming and then some alien shows up like, oh, yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah. Must have landed somewhere in America. First reflex is shoot at him. He looks like a big hedgehog, though, so maybe... I don't know. But yeah,
he has quite the hair.
Yeah, crazy. It's like regular black hair, but Super Saiyan 3 appearance.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so, he looks for the nearest, highest power level, and that's when he meets Piccolo. And Piccolo feels him from far away, and he goes, okay, I can't fight him.
No, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
And yeah, Raditz just, Piccolo's the main villain until there.
And and then
Raditz just goes by him like, oh yeah, you're puny, you're worthless. Okay, bye.
And then that's where he goes to Goku and everything. But this raises the question I want to ask you: how do you feel about power levels? Like, what's your take on power levels?
Early on, I guess they're okay.
Yeah, they're interesting.
They're a good measure of one person's strength.
Right.
But eventually, like, the scale is so large, you know, when we're at the Buu Saga and, you know, Dragon Ball Super, it's just...
we don't even hear about them in Dragon Ball Super.
No, because there's no point in it. Everyone learned to just...
No, I have not seen one scouter... Oh, actually, I have when the Resurrection F. Yeah, never mind.
I don't know it. Haven't seen it.
No, Raditz definitely a good character. I think he's a good jumping point here. I really enjoyed his attacks and everything, and how he captures Gohan. Like, actually, really evil. He's capturing his nephew.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's a straight, like, G, I swear. And then he locks him in the castle. He's like, now Kakarot has no choice but to join my side because I have his I have his son. Flawless logic.
I like how the Saiyans. There's no like family relation that really matters for the Saiyans.
Right.
Maybe like, you know, some of them, but most of them are just ruthless. And, you know, I don't like this individual. Mm-hmm. I'm going to kill this individual.
Right.
It's cool how they do that. I don't know why Raditz tries to... Well, no, I guess they can form pairs or something, like Vegeta and Nappa, but I don't know. Raditz goes after his brother and tries to team up or something? What's the point? I don't get it.
Why? You get the point why Raditz goes after Gohan, is what you're saying?
No, just like wants to team up with Goku. I guess the Saiyan race is
exterminated at that point. Planet Vegeta's been destroyed.
Yeah, but why does he care about his long lost brother?
Because basically, Goku was a Saiyan that was sent to Earth to destroy planet Earth, right?
Yeah, I know that.
And then he falls and he knocks his head.
Yep.
And that's why he forgets everything.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah, I know.
He goes back to him. He's like, "What? What do you mean you haven't killed anyone? Like, you're supposed to take over this planet, and da-da-da." And Goku's like, what are you talking about? This is my friends, family.
Yeah. I just find there are some gaps, like, is Raditz also under Frieza's rule?
Yeah, he is.
So, basically, he's Frieza's bitch, along with Vegeta, Nappa, and all the rest.
Yeah.
He goes to Earth and tries to recruit his brother into an organization or under some tyrant who nobody likes. He doesn't like him. Like, the proud Saiyan race. Oh, let's go get my brother so that he can be enslaved as well. I don't get it.
It's just the way the story goes, buddy.
I know. Well,
I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay, well, we can just finish this here because the story went.
All right, hey, thanks, guys. This has been another episode of Anime Podcast here, so you can subscribe on... No, I'm kidding. But another thing I want to talk about, obviously, the collaboration of Goku and Piccolo to save the Gohan. I really enjoyed that fight, and you know what? I was disappointed in Goku. Not because of the fight, but because, like, Piccolo goes, so do you have any new attacks since our tournament fight? And Goku says, no, I don't. And Piccolo's been working on a new attack, that being the special beam cannon. I was disappointed in Goku.
The Mankango Sapo, please.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, English. Yeah, I'm, that's a Dragon Ball Bridge joke.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I'm an English kid for the Dragon Ball stuff, even though I'm watching Super and subs, but anyways, so yeah, special beam cannon. He has that attack, and that attack really, in a sense, had Piccolo not had that attack, they would have not won. They would have won. Sorry,
they would have lost.
They would have lost. So that's what I liked about Piccolo. He's always working on new stuff, and all that kind of like character arc. And so that whole fight goes on. Gohan breaks out of the space pod, and like at that moment when he comes out of the space pod, Raditz is screwed because he can't get home anymore.
Yeah.
Like, he's screwed. Like, he just...
Yeah, pretty much.
You destroyed my crop.
I didn't think about that. I don't think Raditz cared much about that. He didn't think about it, maybe, but he is just surprised that this kid just blew up his capsule, and I think he still had his scouter at this point.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so he read something like... At that time, I think while Gohan was mad and getting out of the capsule, I think he surpassed both Piccolo and Goku.
Right.
In power level on the scouter.
Yeah.
And then the awesome headbutt.
Oh.
Cracks his armor and stuff.
Majestical headbutt, then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then that's obviously when we have the whole special beam cannon and everything. And I don't want to go through the entire arc. People have seen this thing 1,000 times. They know what's going on.
Yeah, the Raditz part is really the boring one.
Yeah. No, well,
it's short.
It's short, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
It was okay, but I think Raditz was just an introduction to the rest of the story, and he was pretty much almost filler, really. Yeah,
but you know what? Actually, guys, if you guys enjoy the whole Raditz thing, there's this YouTuber called Moscow X. He's on Team 4 Star. and he does this series called What If Raditz Was Still Alive, and he goes through like the whole like Saiyan, Frieza, Cell, and Buu arc. I don't know where he's at right now with his series, but it's like what if Raditz stayed alive, and the whole like series kept going.
Okay,
and it's actually really interesting.
What if Raditz stayed alive? Would he have killed Piccolo and Goku?
No. He makes him go good and makes him like realize
Raditz goes good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then he gets killed by like 2 Cybermen.
No, there's more. You look it up. Masco X, guys. Amazing Dragon Ball content creator.
All right.
So we have Raditz and sorry, we have Nappa and Vegeta obviously on the way to the planet, and that's when they find Piccolo and Krillin finds out about the Saiyans coming. Blah blah blah. Goku goes to on Snake Way to go over to King Kai's and everything. And what I actually really enjoyed, what I wish there was more of was the training. I know there was like a couple of sequences here and there where they were training, but there really wasn't that much, and it goes by pretty fast where Nappa and Vegeta arrive on planet Earth. But like I really enjoyed like Goku's training on King Kai's planet. What about you? Like how he learns Kaioken and Spirit Bomb and everything. Although the first few exercises where he has to do a smack. Gregory with a hammer.
Well, there's a long process. Like, he dies.
Right.
First off, he dies.
Right.
Now, his soul is taken by God or something. His body disappears, right? Is that how it went? I can't remember exactly.
Remember what happens to his
but
body.
I think that when, like... I don't know if it's Kami or... Who's the
King Yama?
Yes? That's the large guy with the
mahogany
desk. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, either him or Kami decides that, okay, I'll take him under my wing or, send him to King Kai's, whichever.
Right.
I think his body disappears, and I think it's Piccolo who says something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
made of mahogany. Sorry.
Like, yeah, they have, like, Raditz's body there with a big hole in it. They take the scouter, figure out, oh, okay, these 2 other Saiyans, which are much stronger, are coming in a year. Okay. And then I think Goku's body disappears, and Piccolo goes, oh, Kami has plans for him or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's not where the training begins. Or it is, I guess. Because he runs for 6 months on Snake Way just to reach Kami's planet.
Right.
King Kai's
planet, right? Yeah, which is insane when you think about it.
That's half the estimated time of arrival for the Saiyans.
Yeah,
and he's just running. Like, that's not actual training, not really.
Well, it's stamina training, I guess.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, okay.
He's already got plenty of stamina, though.
No, I understand what you're saying. But what I was gonna say is this. Sorry. So yeah, but the actual training itself on King Kai's planet was really interesting, and how the gravity is much more intense on King Kai's planet because it's much smaller and everything.
Yeah, well, not because, in spite of it being much smaller,
right? The
gravity is super high for. I guess it's a dense planet. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's something like that. Some Dragon Ball logic.
Oh yeah. Well, he gets there and he spends like 2 months chasing after Bubbles. That's his initial training, just to get used to the gravity.
Yeah.
He has to chase this monkey who's been living there for I don't know how long.
Actually, quick side note, which I really found funny about that. When Piccolo, Tien, and all those guys end up at King Kai's, Piccolo is like, I'm not doing this training. It's so stupid, right? And then King Kai's like, well, you have to catch Bubbles. And then Bubbles runs off. Piccolo, 2 minutes later, he's back. Already has Bubbles in his arms. Oh, it's so funny. But anyways.
I didn't see that part.
It's in the Frieza arc.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, after that with the whole training, I thought it was really cool that Piccolo, the way he trained Gohan, how he just like basically it's like Saiyans are coming, we're gonna need all the help we can get. So Gohan, I'm gonna train him because it's an extra person, and obviously Gohan was a huge fundamental part of the success of Earth being able to make a Vegeta back away and almost killing him. Basically, they could have killed him had Goku not said to Krillin, like, oh, don't do it, Krillin. He's a good guy. No, he's not, or something like that. But like how he like basically makes him survive. It's absolutely insane.
Well, okay, his dad's dead. These guys are wimps. I'm taking the Kakarot's child, and I'll train him. Bye. See you in a year.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what happened.
Yeah, so he brings him to a wasteland, which is typical of Namekian, you know.
Yeah.
He feels at home in the big wasteland deserts or whatever.
Yeah. And that one night where Gohan sees the moon.
Yeah, so...
What do you think about that?
It's probably like halfway through his training or something.
Oh, I think it's early on.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's early on.
Oh, yeah. He's still actually on top of the little mountain hill thing where he was first put down. Like
Right.
way on top of, I think it's a mesa plateau or something, like way at the top of this cliff. And he just sits there whimpering for the first few days, and then there's a full moon. Yeah, he wakes up, stirs in the middle of the night, wakes up, goes for a pee, sees the moon. Oh, wow, the moon. First time I ever see it full. Becomes an ape.
Oh, man. And then Piccolo has to destroy the moon. Like, he had no other
Destroys
choice.
the moon.
He had no other choice.
Yeah, it's just surprising, I guess. Like, the
Well,
moon...
what else are you going to do?
No, I mean, I'm...
Cut off his tail?
Yes. He probably didn't know about that, though. But
No, he did.
Oh, he did. Yeah, well, good luck cutting the tail off of this giant monkey, which is way too strong for him.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that he's capable of destroying the moon at this point in time. Like, how strong are they? Because, you know, the Frieza saga has Frieza, you know, destroying Namek. But Frieza is a, like, planet destroyer level.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
Like, at this point, except for maybe the Genki Dama...
Yeah.
From Goku, none of the Z fighters are able to destroy Namek. Now, I don't know the size of Namek in comparison to Earth, but I think the moon is what, like a third the size of Earth, maybe a fourth.
Right. So you're just surprised that the fact he was able to destroy
I'm surprised that before Vegeta and all that, before all the training happens, I'm surprised that Piccolo is strong enough to destroy the moon.
Well, I mean, Dragon Ball logic.
I guess, yeah. It's, you know, plot armor, but still, I'm surprised at how strong he is, because I don't even know if Vegeta's a Planet Buster level at that point.
Yeah, he is. He destroys Arlia with Nappa, which we're going to do.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Arlia real quick? I think this is a good jumping point for Arlia, or anything else you want to mention.
If it's on their way. During the training, Piccolo finds out a lot about Gohan, though.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it's really amazing how Gohan grows throughout that entire training.
Yeah, there's the survival at first, before he gets trained by Piccolo.
Yeah. But then, like, Piccolo really, like, goes all out on him. He's like, come on, you gotta learn, you gotta train, come on, like, work harder.
Yeah, but even before all that, I think before he even leaves Gohan on the top of the mountain, he does a test of some sort, probably after having seen Gohan get pissed at Raditz and destroying the capsule and all that. He realizes
in the water.
Yeah, he drops him in the water when he gets there, but eventually he throws him at a cliff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Gohan gets pissed, destroys the entire mountain with no problem.
Yeah.
And then Piccolo realizes that, oh, this kid has potential, and, you know, get him mad, and you get results.
Actually, one thing I was really happy about that training before going to Arlia, one thing I was really happy about that training was the fact that Piccolo and Gohan, he taught Gohan the Masenko. And the Masenko is one of my favorite attacks.
Why?
Because of how, like, powerful and, like, it's like a demon thing. It's like an evil, like, powerful blast, and just the way he goes, like, Masenko, ha! It's just a really cool attack to me.
Yeah, I only see it once, I think, in the manga, so...
Yeah, in the anime, actually, when Gohan's fighting Vegeta at the very end, he's, like, firing multiple Masenkos at him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, because
He did the one against Nappa. And
the one against Nappa.
Bang. Nothing.
No, actually, Nappa gets
numb arm for a second. He's like, I can't numb my arm.
He goes numb, which is more than any of the Z fighters manage.
He's become so numb. So after that, let's go here. Let's go to Arlia.
So I don't know at what point exactly during their trip they stop there.
I think it's like halfway through their trip. They stop there for a couple of hours tops. And like they purposely get imprisoned by these Arlians, and then they go into this like arena to fight, and they kick everyone's butt.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, thank you so much for saving us." They leave the planet. They're on the space pods. Boom, destroy the planet. They go back towards Earth.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, but actually pretty fun. It was a good way to like get to know Nappa and Vegeta, because at that point we only had seen them on their space pods, right?
Yeah, I guess you see their relationship a bit more. You get a tiny bit of an idea of
their dynamic.
who they are, what they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they destroy the planet, so it gives you an idea of, okay, these guys are actually really evil.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Like it's like an introduction to who our villains truly are.
Yeah. And when they, kill Raditz, pick up the scouter and hear that they're coming in a year, turns out they're quite early.
Right.
They don't arrive a year later. They're like there maybe 9 or 10 months instead of a year. So all their preparations and stuff are cut short.
Unfortunately, yeah. But talking about preparations, I really thought it was a cool thing that Gohan and that Krillin, Chaozu, Tien, and Yamcha and Yajirobe go to
Kami's
Lookout. Sorry, I don't know why I blanked. And they train with Popo and Kami. This is basically the training that Goku did right before he became a teenager. For the third tournament.
Yep.
Which I thought was really cool, and I don't know. I really enjoyed that little bit of time there, and like how Yajirobe's like, at the end of the training, like, okay, you guys have completed your training, go back to the surface, and in a couple of days the Saiyans will be here. And then like Yajirobe's like, okay, I gotta take this weighted clothes off now.
Yeah, actually, I think Kami stops their training early because they've surpassed Kami at this point.
Yeah, they train really, really hard, and it's really surprising to me how it was nothing compared to what Nappa and Vegeta were like. You know what I mean? Like they train all that, but still they're not that strong. They're still very weak.
I mean, even after Kami's training, Goku goes back to Earth and almost gets his ass whooped by Piccolo. Mind you, no, he does outclass Piccolo, but
Wait, you're talking about when Goku comes back after King Kai?
No, after Kami's training.
Right. Okay, sorry, you're talking about Dragon Ball. Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So, and besides, like, the other guys coming back from Kami's training, they're not, they have weighted clothing, but at this point, Goku's training on a planet with, like, double gravity or something, maybe triple.
Right.
And the Saiyans come from a planet with a higher gravity than Earth and all that, and they probably use weighted clothing as well.
Oh, something like
Maybe.
that.
I'm not sure if they use weighted clothing, but they don't need it because gravity's higher.
Exactly. Actually, I want to talk to you about this. What do you think about why didn't Roshi join the Z fighters when they were training on Kami's Lookout? I think it would have been a good idea to have Roshi join, in my opinion.
Maybe. I think he actually refused. I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure he refused.
You think he refuses?
Yeah, I think he just doesn't want to get involved. He sees that Raditz just took down Goku, which impressed...
Right, with the one shot, when he one-shotted him, yeah. With the knee hit.
Something like that.
It was a Kame House, yeah.
Like, I mean, after several tournaments, he sees Goku improve and eventually surpass him by a large margin, and he goes, okay, well, this guy was, like, outclassed all of the Z fighters easily.
Right. But it's like, in Dragon Ball Super, Kami goes to fight in the Tournament of Power to protect Universe.
You mean Roshi?
Yeah, so Roshi is one of the 10 people to fight for Universe 7 in the Tournament of Power, and he's not like joining in the Saiyan Saga. I was like, obviously he gets stronger by then, but I still, you know what? Roshi could have been a good option there, because you know what? Maybe Roshi could have used the evil containment wave.
Yeah, potentially.
Like Roshi has a lot of resources, and that's why I think like.
Yeah, he could have used the Mafuba to seal
use the
Vegeta.
Mafuba against the Cybermen. Yamcha doesn't die.
Yeah, maybe. Or Vegeta and Nappa are immobile while just observing the Cybermen fighting. That he could have snuck a little capsule or something and sealed one of them.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe the thing about it, like Vegeta is like has really good instincts and So that it would have been tricky, but maybe
he could have dodged it.
Yeah,
most likely. I don't know. I don't know if like once you're hit by the whatever it is, the spell. Let's call it a spell. Can you like break out of it before being sealed? Like while
I don't think you can break out of it
while you're being dumped into the thing.
It's been used in Dragon Ball Super in the Tournament of Power. Roshi does it a couple of times, and like every time the person couldn't break out of it unless Roshi missed.
Yeah, which he does against the first Piccolo fight.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't actually see the episodes in Super where Roshi fights in the tournament. So I don't know what the cause for him being there is. Like, how is he powerful enough to compete at that point?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I know.
He does
I
knock
know
out
he
some
is.
people.
I know he is, but I forget. Like, I'm pretty sure they gave a reason to why he can actually be there and compete with the rest of these super strong fighters.
Oh, well, they were thinking like this is a quick side note. Goku was thinking, well, let's now bring Goten Goten or Trunks because they're still kids and they don't have the fighting experience that Roshi has. He has much more years on him and like experience. So that's that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, he has the experience and all that, but he doesn't have the strength. But apparently he does. So where does the strength come from? I'm pretty sure they explained it at some point. Like, I get my YouTube feed gets some of these things, but I don't always watch them.
I see what you mean.
But I'm pretty sure at some point he explains how he can actually be strong enough to compete with the rest of these people.
I just think he goes with strength. I don't know. They train and stuff. Once again, Dragon Ball logic.
But I think that they actually give a reason. Yeah. I can't remember really.
To conclude, Roshi would have been very strong with the Mafuo, yes, but obviously it did not happen. I think it would have been interesting to see what would have happened at that point in time.
Yeah. I think he'd have been able to take down a Cyberman without even using the Mafuba, though. I think he's that strong. I think, like, they mention a few times, or maybe just once, but anyway, he has the mentality of, like, oh, the young should be, taking up the torch and
right.
I'm too old for this, and they should be.
Right. He does. Yeah, you're right.
So I'm sure he's hiding some sort of power in there somewhere.
I agree. I want to talk about the Cybermen here.
Yes.
Very interesting creatures. Obviously, they're all Raditz power level, which is absolutely hilarious. We can grow Raditz was one of my favorite TFS lines. And one thing that I really enjoyed about these guys is how I guess I'm sorry, but I just enjoyed the fact that they managed to take out Yamcha.
Yeah, Yamcha's a joke, and
he's a joke of a character.
That's where it was established, like actually fully established that
Yamcha's a joke.
Does Chaozu even fight a Cyberman?
No,
not really.
What happens is that the Cyberman, Yamcha starts fighting a Cyberman, and he does that Kamehameha against it, and it goes on the ground. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Yamcha, and I managed to destroy the Cyberman."
Yeah, then
Cyberman attaches himself to Yamcha,
gives him a big hug, and blows itself up.
Yeah, exactly, and kills him. And then
from that point on,
Krillin
goes pissed. Yeah,
destroys all of them except for one that hides in the rocks, and then goes for Gohan, and Piccolo destroys the Cyberman.
Kills it.
So that's basically what happens. And let's not go through the whole details of the fight with Nappa and the Z fighters, but obviously the casualties here are going to be Tien, Chiaotzu, and
eventually Piccolo. Yeah.
Which obviously Tien fighting against Nappa, like, just gets his arm ripped off, and then he does the final Kikoho after Chiaotzu blows himself up, and then it does nothing against Nappa.
Yeah.
It's
so they both use their last resorts and essentially nothing. Yeah.
Well, Tien manages to scrape a bit of Nappa's armor off.
Oh yeah, well, it's just armor.
Yeah.
It's nothing really.
No, it's nothing. You're right. Kikoho is another really cool attack that I enjoy.
Yeah, it's pretty strong in theory. I wonder if, like, Goku used it, would it be much stronger? Because it uses, like, life energy or something.
Or something like that.
Like, it uses your vital energy to produce this huge beam.
You know what I was surprised? That Tien didn't use a solar flare.
Actually, I think Krillin uses it. Or not. Well,
no, Goku uses it against the Great Ape Vegeta.
Yeah. Yeah, he does do that. And considering Vegeta doesn't feel power levels, it actually works very well.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta take advantage of that. And the little plan that Piccolo and Krillin and Gohan established, where Piccolo pulls on Nappa's tail, and obviously it'll drain his power, and then that's where Gohan will attack him after Krillin's done distracting him. That whole plan was really cool, but obviously it doesn't help at all because he overcomes that weakness.
Exactly like Goku. They train their tails.
Exactly. And obviously that when Gohan hurts Nappa, and Nappa gets really mad, and he just like goes to like do his finishing attack, Mouth Blast, and then Piccolo like sacrifices himself for Gohan. How did you feel about Piccolo sacrificing himself for Gohan?
It gave you the first real idea that, like, Piccolo has become a good guy. For one thing.
Right.
Like, he's gotten attached to one person, which is really cool. He really likes Gohan. He always has.
Right.
Well, not always has, but, from the point where maybe halfway through the training, he really gets... When they start training, like after the survival training, he gets really attached to Gohan, I think.
He does.
When, they go hand-to-hand and do some proper fighting training.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
It's cool to see that progression, and eventually they're, like, best friends as well.
Right.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was a sacrifice, and, you have to consider all the implications. The Dragon Balls disappearing because of his death and all that.
Yeah, honestly, if Goku managed to get there a little earlier, or if, honestly, sorry, but Gohan died instead of Piccolo, it would have been a whole other ball game.
Possibly, yeah. But then again, you just gotta think, like, Gohan was useful at some point during the fight against Vegeta as well. And,
he was very important for that fight, yes.
I don't know how important Piccolo would have been. He probably just would have,
Against Vegeta?
Yeah.
I feel like had Piccolo made it to there, they would have won for sure.
Maybe. I feel like Vegeta probably would have just gone for the kill
against Piccolo?
At every turn, yeah.
Well, he goes for the kill a bunch of times, but you gotta remember, by the time Gohan and Krillin show up, like, Vegeta's very damaged. Very, very damaged.
Is he that damaged, though?
Yeah. He is pretty hurt.
Because they show up when he's a grade 8. Or, like, before, I guess.
Yeah.
Shortly before?
No, right? As he's a grade 8, but he's got Goku in his hands.
Yeah. And, like, what do they actually do? At this point, it's Yajirobe who saves the day.
Well, the initial plan is Krillin gets behind, Gohan distracts Vegeta.
Yeah.
And then Krillin goes to do the circular disc to cut off the tail, but Vegeta jumps and manages to escape that. So that was the one. And also, obviously after that Yajirobe cuts off the tail. That's like the big moment there.
Yeah.
I think that's his like prize moment, like his ultimate like moment in Dragon Ball.
Yajirobe?
Yeah, cutting the tail.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
I mean, he does nothing when he meets Goku, and I guess he does chop up one of the like Piccolo's henchmen.
Oh, he does, and
eats him, but that's not very big. Goku could have done it himself. So
yeah,
I guess that's pretty much the most important he's been in the entire series.
Which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was important.
It was super important.
It's like, oh no, we lost. But no, Yajirobe's here. Saves the day. But yeah, as you said, if Goku had gotten there earlier, he could have saved Piccolo.
Yeah.
And Gohan. Which leads us to Popo's magic carpet.
Yes. Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know what they call it. During the Cell Saga, Popo mentions Kami's ship, which he got to Earth from.
It was actually the Namek Saga when they were looking for a spaceship to go to Namek.
Yeah. Is that a different saga? I thought that was part of the...
No. It was right after.
Part of the Frieza saga.
Yeah, it was the very beginning before they left.
Yeah.
Because basically, like how.
Well, it was right after the Vegeta fight.
Well, basically, like when Kakarot was on his way and they sent his power level Vegeta said, Nappa, just kill those guys and then we'll go to Namek. I've heard there was Dragon Balls on that planet, and that's where Krillin hears about it. Yeah. And then they're like, well, how are we going to get to Namek? And then Popo brings Bulma to his spaceship. And since Popo had that magical carpet that could just teleport anywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
As they say, it's in Yansby Heights or something.
I
don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, essentially they're all in the hospital with Goku discussing, like, how are we going to get to Namek? They mention, Piccolo's dead.
So we're screwed.
So we need to do something. We need Dragon Balls. How do we get Dragon Balls? Well... They've been mentioning that Piccolo's a Namekian, so maybe we can reach Namek. And after like discussing with King Kai and stuff, he pinpoints the location of Namek and all that.
Right, exactly.
And then Popo shows up and he's like, yeah, by the way, Kami, who is now dead because Piccolo died. Yeah, Kami came to Earth at some point on a ship, and I think I've located it. He's there on his little floaty magic carpet and brings Bulma along. And when he says where it is in Yansby Heights, however you pronounce it, she goes, wait, that's like halfway across the world. So it's instant transmission, essentially.
In a sense,
that's what it was.
Transmission carpet, yeah.
Yeah. So he goes halfway around the world in like seconds. which would have been useful right after Snake Way, when Goku is coming back to fight the Saiyans.
Right.
Instead of taking his Nimbus, he could have just... I don't know. Popo was just like, yeah, you do you, man. I've got responsibilities here. I'm not leaving.
Man.
I don't know.
It's stupid.
I guess, yeah. I mean, maybe you didn't have the carpet then.
You got it like the week after? That's ridiculous. That's beyond Dragon Ball logic. Oh, Ben's not feeling well that one.
I choked. Yeah, he's like, oh man, had Goku gotten there like maybe 2 minutes sooner, he would have probably saved everything and everything would have gone much better. Exactly. I guess I'll just create this magic carpet that can instantly teleport me anywhere. Okay. I don't know. That would have been a useful tool, though.
It would have. It really would have.
I don't know where it was. Maybe it was like so far back in the storage compartment somewhere in the temple that like it would have just been a waste of time.
It wouldn't. It was teleportation, buddy.
Yeah, but Goku probably got there within like 10 minutes once he was at the temple.
Right? 10 minutes too late.
At the lookout. Yeah. Well, no. No, like 2 minutes
buddy,
too late.
Buddy, Piccolo's dead.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. That could have been a very pivotal point had he been teleported there instantly.
Yeah.
Like, he probably could have saved another one of the fighters, too.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. That's a big maybe.
That's a big maybe.
Then again, wouldn't Popo be able to, like, use that same carpet to teleport somewhere onto Snake Way, pick up Goku, and...
I don't know if he can do living in the dead world, but he can definitely do it anywhere on planet Earth. But anyways, I think we went through this enough.
Yeah.
All right. So, let's talk a little bit about the, let's see, Goku versus Nappa. We didn't really talk about Goku versus Nappa. When Goku shows up to, basically Nappa's about to crush Gohan. Next thing we know, Gohan's on Nimbus, and then we see Goku. And Goku absolutely destroys Nappa with the Kaioken. He's like, this is for Raosha, this is for Chaozu, this is for Tien.
Yeah, initially he doesn't use the Kaioken. He just fights him normally.
It's at the very end when Nappa rushes to Gohan and
he realizes that he can't catch up. So Kaioken, that was just a ×2, I think.
Yeah.
Just a little quick boost. But yeah, initially I think he's just like toying with his new power, I guess.
Yeah.
Just trying it out. Like, that's the one where Nappa does the mouth beam and Goku just goes like, look at my muscles. Takes it head on and no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's trying his newfound power and figuring that out.
He is. And I really enjoy that fight. It was like a quick and like, boom, boom, you're done, Nappa, you can't beat me. But it was a really cool fight.
Yeah, it was.
And then Vegeta at the end, he's like, that was like, oh, Vegeta, you're my partner in crime, blah, blah, blah. Vegeta's, yeah, boom, kills him.
I don't need a useless Saiyan. Goodbye. Just blows him up.
Yeah.
Which is where he shows his power just a bit, and even Goku's like, whoa, this is going to be tough.
Oh, man, it's just, that whole fight, though. I really enjoyed it, though.
Yeah, it was a good fight overall. Mm-hmm. The whole saga was pretty good.
I don't know, it was a very good saga.
Yeah, after not Raditz, but after Nappa dies, Goku goes, okay, let's take this elsewhere.
You're right.
To like save his friends' bodies from getting destroyed in the fight.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess that kind of covers the fight for me. Was there anything else that we kind of about this saga that was worth mentioning? I did have one point I wanted to add, but was there anything else like in terms of the events? I guess Goku versus Vegeta. We talked a little bit with Krillin and Gohan's arrival, but the actual fight where they do Gallic Gun versus Kamehameha, and then like Goku does the Kaioken and wrecks Vegeta. Yeah. That was cool. And when Krillin throws the Spirit Bomb at Vegeta, that was one of my favorites. Yeah. Speaking of which, during Goku's training on Kami's planet, we only talked about him chasing bubbles and trying to whack Gregory on the head with a hammer. Okay, do you want to do a Kinkai or a Vegeta fight? I don't mind, but that's where he learns all the techniques he uses against the Kaioken too. Yeah, as well. Yeah, that's where he learns all these techniques. So I guess start there. One thing I really enjoyed how he learned the Spirit Bomb was how Kinkai was like throwing the that rock was like those around, bricks, and he has to like destroy it, and then he masters it and everything. That was really cool. And And also, well, obviously, whacking Gregory was a really funny training session there.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing Goku learn the Genkidama because it's not at all what we get used to eventually, right? Eventually all you think about is this enormous ball falling.
Yeah.
Every time it's always falling on his opponent, and the opponent either pushes it back or, gets almost disintegrated fully. So it's cool seeing like this tiny ball of light destroying something, and he has very good control over it, kind of like any other key wave or key blast.
He does. Yeah, you're right.
It was just cool to see. I guess he didn't get very... He uses it against Vegeta when he's immobile, right? He can like pretty much just move his pinky finger and he gives Krillin the Genkidama.
Yeah. It was like Krillin grabbed my hand, and then like Krillin grabs Goku's hand, and that's when like he transcends the energy, and then King Kai's like talking to Krillin. He's like, you do have the power of everyone on the planet. This is all the power you've been storing. Blah 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 blah. And then he throws it, and Vegeta dodges, and then it's about to hit Gohan, but Gohan bounces it back and hits Vegeta.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Yeah, it was a cool addition. I think it was really good. I don't know. I liked it.
No, I really enjoyed it. It was just like, Gohan, if you have and you don't have any bad in you, so you're fine, bro. Just bounce it back, do it for daddy.
Hit it back, come on, just like playing tennis.
Yeah, and then Gohan transforming into a great ape and everything, that was really cool, and like fighting Vegeta, and then basically Vegeta does the destructive disc against Gohan, but Gohan it cuts his tail, but Gohan
cuts his tail, yeah,
falls on Vegeta.
Yeah, that's actually how they win, or
basically,
yeah, it's like, oh no, the ape is falling on me.
Oh man,
yeah, because by that point everyone's exhausted. Goku can't move. Gohan's a monkey, so I guess he can move as much as he wants.
Yajirobe got punched in a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, Yajirobe's not moving much at this point.
No, he does slice Vegeta a second time with his sword.
Yeah.
And he's like, you cut through my armor!
Yeah, but I mean, he can't do much against Vegeta.
No, I mean, but it was a good thing that Yajirobe was there. And
yeah, well, that's why they won.
Yeah, no, basically. I mean, it was an effort from everyone. I guess another cool thing was in the Vegeta versus Goku fight. I really enjoyed when Vegeta was trying to like attack Goku, and Goku was like, okay, gotta use Kaioken. And he just like not destroys him, but like really like frustrates Vegeta. Vegeta's like, how can you be so strong, my Saiyan pride?
Yeah. Actually, I like the first or maybe the second time Goku uses the Kaioken in the fight. He eventually punches or kicks, I can't remember, Vegeta in the face or something, and like Vegeta gets a very, very mild nosebleed.
Right.
And Vegeta just goes ballistic. Nuts. Like this is the first time someone's made me bleed, and he's pissed, and blah blah blah, pride, blah blah, Prince of Saiyans, blah blah.
Oh man,
just really mad.
Yeah.
And then he goes crazy, and well, despite the Kaioken, kicks Goku's ass a bit, and then Goku probably another Kaioken level.
Right.
Times 4, 10, I don't know.
Times over 9,000.
No. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
You get to see how like capricious and how whiny Vegeta is too.
Right. How did you feel about the How did you feel about the end of that battle where it was Vegeta was about to like fly away and in his space bot, and Krillin had his sword and was about to kill Vegeta, and then Goku's like, don't do it, show him mercy, be merciful.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that whole decision that Goku was doing? Like honestly,
I liked it. It's very consistent with Goku's style of like,
right,
he's merciful, and what he says is like, next time he comes back, I will kick his ass on my own. Like, you won't need to help me, I will beat him next time.
Yeah, exactly.
And Krillin, knowing Goku's like, fine, very reluctant, but like, okay, all right,
extremely
I'll let him
reluctant.
go.
And he's like, I hope you know what you're doing, Goku.
Yeah, he's like, this guy killed all our friends. No. Yeah, I know. I'll beat him next time by myself. Because Goku's a Saiyan as well, so he wants this fight. He sees this. He sees he got destroyed, and all his friends got destroyed, and he's like, I need to improve quite a bit.
Right.
And Vegeta's the next milestone, right? Like, previous milestone, Piccolo, beat him. Okay, Raditz, didn't quite beat him. They needed teamwork, but Vegeta's the next frontier, the next milestone, and
right, he is. No, I see what you mean.
And he does surpass him. And this is where Bulma's dad comes in, right? Like during the Namek and Frieza saga.
Yeah, to build that spaceship and everything, gravity machine.
Yeah, the gravity machine. That's the important part here. Like,
well, you say
all
that.
the Z fighters could have fought in this and been, much stronger because of the increased gravity. Like, nobody thought about this until Goku went and fought on trained on a planet with increased gravity. And then this just became the basis for all of their training until, I guess, Super. They're still doing that in Super, using weight training.
They do use a gravity machine in Super, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, plus, the big weight suits.
But the big training part, the big, like strength increasing thing is all the new transformations in Super. Yes,
but even then, like, weight training is always there.
Yeah, no, it's always been the basis. I see what you mean. Another what-if thing, Piccolo fusing with Kami from the get-go.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have sealed the deal.
Definitely. He probably could have taken on both Nappa and Vegeta, no problem.
Yeah. And then we have a Super Namekian on our hands.
Because, like, fusion... I guess that's not fusion, though. He assimilates Kami.
No, it's Namekian fusion.
Yeah, well...
It's called Namekian fusion.
Yeah. I guess the effects are the same. Like, it multiplies your power level.
Yeah.
Because, like...
with a deity as well, I mean, it doesn't hurt. I guess the only...
well, the deity is only a Namekian. A regular Namekian who went to Earth.
Right, okay, I see what you mean.
Same way that Goku's a regular Saiyan who went to Earth.
But the thing is, the drawback here is obviously losing the Earth's Dragon Balls.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they were both aware of that, but still, I guess the reason they didn't fuse anyway was because they weren't aware of just how strong the Saiyans would be.
Yeah, they had no idea.
So,
the only warning was King Kai saying, they're extremely powerful.
Yeah, that's a big teller.
Yeah.
I mean...
spot on.
By this point, they're all used to, fighting opponents that are mildly stronger than they are, improving, beating them.
Right.
And so I guess that's what they expected to do here too.
Right.
Well, they being Goku because, the rest aren't very useful.
I see what you mean. I guess that kind of covers everything. Was there anything else you wanted to mention before we check if we have questions or not?
Not that I know.
Okay. So let's go to Twitter and Facebook and Discord and see if we have any good questions. Stig 9000 asking, since how long have you been a fan of this game? We're talking about the Saiyan Saga. It's not actually a game. I don't know what
Well, I'm sure they've made a game of it.
Yeah, I guess. Would you play a Saiyan Saga game?
I don't know. I like the Dragon Ball games, but not enough to, actively play it or anything.
The only Dragon Ball game on Game Boy that I loved was Boo's Fury. I absolutely...
On Game Boy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Boo's Fury was really fun.
I'll have to look that up. Never knew there was a Dragon Ball game on Game Boy.
Oh, there's a couple.
Huh. Well, yeah. But, the way they're played on console just doesn't appeal to me as much as other kinds of games. I need, probably if I were to play a Dragon Ball game, it would have to be some sort of RPG.
Right, I see what you mean.
But I don't know how that would be made, really. I don't know how you would go about that. I could understand, the RPG format would probably work for before the Saiyan Saga.
Right.
Or even, until Piccolo, really. Piccolo being maybe some sort of final boss or something. But, as a kid, Gohan is pretty much on par with, most of the fighters in the tournament. Or,
yes.
No, way stronger than most, but, I don't know how it would work, but it would be interesting.
It would have been interesting. I would have liked to see what happened. But that's another podcast for another day, Ben. So, final thoughts on the Saiyan Saga, Ben.
It was a really entertaining thing to read and possibly watch if I ever find the time or make the time. I really enjoyed it. It was a good, stepping stone for just the rest of the series,
For sure.
It was an introduction to everything. You realize that the world is actually bigger
than... It's the kickoff.
Yeah. You realize that actually there's more than just Earth. And Piccolo's not the main bad guy, and there's so much more to it. Yeah, it's a stepping stone anyway.
Definitely. For myself, I really enjoyed this saga. I think it's definitely one of the best ones. It's just what I like about it is it still has its taste of the original Dragon Ball. It still has that Yajirobe, Master Roshi, Kami, Roshi. Like they're still there. There's still a bit more of the Dragon Ball. I still dripped with a little bit of the classic Dragon Ball. And when we get to Namek, it's full Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan. Forget about it.
True.
But that's what I enjoyed a lot about this arc, and I really also enjoyed Team 4 Star's version of this arc, and it made me rewatch Dragon Ball and fall in love with it again.
Oh, definitely.
So that's what I enjoyed about this arc. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode of Anime Podcasters, first of all, Ben, thank you very much for joining us again. I live in Montreal now. It's not the easiest to come back here all the time with school and everything, but I'm glad we got to set this up.
Honestly, the frequency at which we see each other has not decreased.
The real summer we saw each other like every week. Now it's like once a month or every 2 months.
Yeah, true. But,
that's a decrease.
Statistically speaking and literally speaking, yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, quite.
But thank you for dropping by on this episode of the podcast.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, always a pleasure to have you on.
So you guys, if you enjoyed this,
oh my God, are you gonna do the plugs?
Let us know. No, I'm not doing any plugs.
Okay,
just let us know.
Yeah.
Let him know anyway. He'll let me know that you liked it.
And stop sending ban friend requests on Facebook.
You haven't done that, and I appreciate it, you guys. Mind you, if you wanna, you do you. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind. That doesn't mean I'll accept them. If I recognize you, possibly, if you're an active member of the
JaianMusic community,
Jaian podcast community.
Jaian podcast community. This is the JaianMusic community and the Jaian podcast community.
Well, this is a long song then. This one long track.
Yes, this one long podcast.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Do what you want, but I can't guarantee that I'll accept you on Facebook or, well, I don't do Twitter and all that.
I do Twitter. Anyway. I'll plug everything at the end.
You can plug me on Discord if you game and, join me, I suppose. But
Ben is in my Discord server if you guys want to check that out.
Anyway, I'll let you do the plugs.
Yeah, so first of all, big shout out to GoPro Kyo for doing the artwork for the JaianMusic Q&A. Oh my God. Sorry. He does artwork for so many things that I just confused it with the other podcasts I do. For anime podcasters, GoPro Kyo does the art for my entire channel. And the guy is super talented, and he's available for commission. Go follow him on Twitter, @GoProKyo. He has super cheap rates. You need some GoPro Kyo in your life. This guy's super talented. I mean, remember that Ben drawing he did of you? What did you think of it?
I like it. That's the Naruto one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I look good in the headband, though.
You do look good in a headband. You look good in anything, Ben.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, so... If you want to subscribe to the podcast, you enjoy Anime Podcasters, you want more anime podcasters in your life, you can do this. You can get some more in the following ways. So you can follow the podcast on SoundCloud. My SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/JaianMusic. You can also subscribe to Anime Podcasters on iTunes, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Obviously, my YouTube channel, JaianMusic, is my YouTube channel. So check that all out. You can follow me on Twitter @JaianMusic. Facebook.com/JaianMusic is my Facebook page. I'm also on Patreon. Patreon.com/JaianMusic. I think that's going to be enough plugs. Thank you so much for enjoying this podcast about Dragon Ball Z. So make sure you subscribe everywhere and follow me. Thank you guys so much. And have a good one, guys. Peace out.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Actually, if I had a wish for the Dragon Balls, I would wish for more Ben podcasts. That's what I would wish for.
I would wish for unlimited food.